up guys, this is Dave from Crux Motor. We're showing you today how to apply our window chrome delete on this 2023 and up Subaru Solterra. This is the sand black film. This is going to most closely match this film at the bottom of the door. If you're looking for different color options, we do have matte, gloss, and a few different options on the website as well. So this is applied completely dry. Some tools that you're going to be needing for today are a squeegee and a heat source, either a heat gun or a hair dryer will work as well. So first on the back one, once everything is clean, go ahead and pull your film from the material and go ahead and get it aligned at this bottommost portion. Once the film is aligned, you can go ahead and just start to work the film down. The film does go over the front and rear little black plastic end caps a little bit. Once that's applied, you go ahead and grab your heat source. You want to concentrate on the end pieces. Let's make sure that the film contours on top of those. And then you can just go ahead and hit the rest of it with a little bit of heat. Alright, now we're going to move on to the rear door. Alright, so the rear door is applied in basically the same manner. I like to cut the little strips off the big backing material so you don't get any dirt. So on this one, come a little bit past where that end cap is. And then you're going to be lining the film at the bottom. You could go a little bit past where that transitions from the gasket to the chrome, because we are going to tuck this. And this is a repositionable film, so if you do get a little bit off, you can go ahead and pull it back up, so it's not a big deal. I like to go every couple inches, just give it a little tack. That way if you do need to pull it back up, you could do so without stretching the film. And these window moldings do seem to go up a little bit at that point, but we want to still try to keep it aligned at the bottom. Then we'll deal with that in a second. So once this is aligned, you can go ahead and start to work the film down. Now that the front face is done, we're going to come up to the top edge, which is like a 90. Just press that down. If you mess it up royally like I just did, you can go ahead and pull the film back up. And then work it back down. So I guess I should say do not go too far on that top edge. So you're starting to want to just focus on the leading edge, then you can go back over once it is past that leading edge of where it goes from this direction to that direction. And then you won't have the problem that I just had. So now that, excuse me, now that that's worked all the way in, we can tuck this in. Once you get a little bit started, you could go ahead and get your fingernail in there. Just press the film in. Be aware of coming up to where this transitions up in the corner. So you have one here, and you have one here. That takes a little bit more finesse. So now you're gonna use your squeegee tuck tool Get that film down in there. These are available on our site. This is a part of the kit that we sell. So you get something similar to this, and then this little guy which helps reading in the little creases. Same thing over here. Those two spots are probably the most difficult just because that gasket does sit in there pretty flush. So now that that is done, we could come back up on, let's see if I get the angle. Probably can't see this. So on this top section, just want to work the film back down on the back side because it angles back down again. So once you got all that complete, you have two options on these tail pieces. You could either roll them over the edge and use a heat gun to heat them down, or what I like to do is just trim off this little tiny tail. Same thing on the front. Now that that's done, you can go ahead and hit the front and the back heat gun, and then go over the entire film. So now we can move on to the front door. All right, on the front door, we're going to start with this little tiny guy. Pretty much the same as the back door. Still lining up the bottom. This one is a little bit more difficult because you got to get this front edge seated correctly. You go ahead and just align at the bottom. And just work the film down into that little crack. And now we're going to start on the front door. Put this in the past. Alright, so on the front door we're going to start at this very front corner. This has the angle cut in it already. But I'm probably going to still go with the past because you like to trim these ends. Once you get that aligned, just go ahead and give it a little tack. Like I said, every inch or so, 2 inches, whatever you please. And this film is straight on the paper, but if you keep a little bit of tension on it with your other hand, you can go ahead and manipulate it to get it to where you need to be. As you can see, the film wants to like curl down, but if you press it up, it will stick in that position. Now you just go ahead and start to work the film down, working up towards the top of the vehicle. Go ahead and lift this top edge. Like I said, give it a little bit and don't try to go all the way at first. Basically, I'm just sort of rolling it over a touch. And we'll come back and go over it again. This does have a weird little piece there that you gotta pull back or it'll get caught. Alright, so now that that initial one's done, now I'm gonna go back over and press it fully down on the top edge. You can go ahead and work the back edge of that film down. And once that's done, you can go ahead and start to tuck into that gap. Again, being cautious up towards the corners. We'll have that issue where we have to tuck that under. You can use a squeegee to do that part that I just did, or if you want to use your fingernail, thumbnail, I just find it easier. I don't 100% like using squeegees because you can't really tell when you're binding the film. With your fingertip, you're more able to do that. It's the same thing on these corners, just get them underneath. Some of them do seem to be a little bit easier than others. I don't know why. This front window seems like this gasket's pretty tight, so I'm just going to use the squeegee to do this part. And again, getting the squeegee underneath there. Tuck the film. Now we're going to hit the corners. On this rearmost piece, I do have to trim a little bit off. So hit the corners and then go over everything with a little bit of heat. It's amazing how much I lose stuff when I do this. Since I cannot find my other knife, I'll use this one. If you don't have a razor blade, you can use those scissors to do this too. We'll just go ahead and hit the front and rear. I'm just going to go over the entire film too, make sure it's seated. Hit this front. Same thing on the way there. So again, this is the sand black film. This is available in a few different color options: sand black, gloss black, metallic gloss black, matte black. We also have some fancy films if you're feeling crazy. Again, this is available on our website. Check out the other products for this vehicle as well. Some of them do cross over to the Toyota version of this vehicle, but not all of them. Wood trim is one of the ones that will cross over. So if you have any questions, feel free to give us a shot. Thanks for watching.